That is the Dreame store. The very first Dreame store in the UK, and I'm super excited to take a look. Now, Dreame have actually sponsored this episode and gotten me all the way from mid-Wales, all the way out here to take a look at their brand new technology. Some of it in there has not yet been seen. Unless you're a fan of CES, then you might have seen something in there. But there's stuff in here that's not yet released to the general public and that are coming later this year. But we've got to go and take a look at what they've got, because they have some innovations that I've never seen before. And one robot vacuum, the X50, which can even climb up steps, has literally every innovation in robot vacuum cleaners that you can think of. So let's go and take a look. The first product on my list that I wanted to check out is the Dreame H150 Pro. Although not necessarily a robot, this thing is a powerhouse addition to your kit all the same. It's a cordless handheld wet and dry mopping vacuum with a ridiculous 21,000 pascals of suction. And I couldn't quite believe how much it cleans in just one pass of the mop. It's capable of lying flat too and has a brush which prevents hair tangles with their trademarked Tangle Cut technology. Then, when you're finished cleaning, like robot cleaners, the Thermotub self-cleaning station uses 100 degrees water and air drying to keep the vacuum spotless and ready to go. But there's one thing that really intrigued me about this, which is why I wanted to mention it. This thing has a robotic arm. Now, the robotic arm is actually on the front, this red bit here. And what it does is when you go right up to an edge of a room, it'll drop itself down so that it creates a seal and allows you to drag the dirt away from the edge of the room, making sure that everything's clean. And normal handheld robots, or handheld vacuum rather, don't do that, because you just go up to the edge and there's always a gap and a little bit of dirt and you have to go and manually sweep or get the other attachment out. The fact that this has this in there, now because it's this roller style mop as well, you're really getting excellent coverage. You're going to get that really flat, clean style that I've seen in lots of robot vacuum cleaners recently, and I really like this style of roller mop. Generally speaking, I think it results in possibly one of the cleanest experiences you'll get with a mopping system. But the fact it will do both wet and dry is fantastic. This is an all-in-one handheld, but to be honest, why would you use handheld when you can have an X50? So let's go and take a look at that. This is the Dreame X50 Ultra Complete, and without a doubt, this represents the pinnacle of all of the innovations we've seen in the past year. It's got so much tech built into it that you could even consider this as being the next evolution of robot cleaning. So this is what I've come to look at. This is the X50, and basically this has every single innovation I've seen from any manufacturer in the past couple of years crammed into one robot, with the addition of a few things that I haven't seen. To start with, it's got the thing that we saw recently on the Ecovacs robots that have the mopping system that can come out to the side so you can get into the corners and edge cleaning as well, and that is a really useful addition. But alongside this, something that the Ecovacs didn't have is this on top. This side brush can also come out and get into those corners and along those edge. That means that you're going to have sweeping and mopping right to the very edge, which is excellent. Also, on the very top, something that I've not seen before, but I've always loved robot cleaners without the nav hat. It does have some disadvantages, but it means that things can be a lot slimmer and it can go under a lot more furniture. Well, this has a nav hat that can sink into the body. It's currently sunk in there at the moment, so you can't actually see it popped out, but this will pop out when it's in action and then go down again when it needs to get under furniture that's particularly low. That is cool. It's like a transformer at this point. And then on the underside, this is where we see a couple of innovations that I've never seen before, because Dreame have been pretty greedy here and included 2 brushes instead of 1. Now supposedly this really helps with pet hair and long hair, stopping those tangles. I'm not sure how better it will be compared to anti-tangle combs. Only time will tell. I've yet to see it in action, so I'll judge that when I get to it. But having 2 brushes surely is going to be more efficient. And it's got 20,000 pascals of suction as well, which is absolutely insane. So combine that with the 2 brushes, we're probably onto a winner. But like I said, I'll have to test it to be able to truly tell you how it performs. But there is one final hidden secret on here, which is very cool indeed. On the top of the wheels, just here, is almost, how to describe it, little legs. It's got legs. When it comes to a step around 6 centimeters in height, it can flick these out, push the front up, and allow it to go up the step. I mean, the Daleks could have done with something like that, to be honest, but that is a cool innovation, and it means that you're going to get the whole house or whole apartment of your floor perfectly clean, even if there are things and obstacles to go over. And it's not just steps, is it? It's things like chair legs or chair arms that go on the floor, or cable runs like I have, large cables dangling around, or even potentially carpets that are particularly thick pile. It might use these to get up it. I don't know. But the fact it's got that leg, it means it can traverse obstacles and terrain that other robots can't. It's amazing to see some of the wide variety of gadgets here at the store. I didn't know they did devices such as hairdryers too, and even pool cleaning robots. There's also an even more advanced version of the X50, the X50 Master. This is designed to have all of the innovations of the X50 range, but in a form factor, which is designed to be built into your kitchen cabinets. For me, this represents the future of robot cleaners, where they are integrated as a utility rather than additional accessory. But there's one more robot that caught my eye that we should probably have a chat about. I just had to take a quick peek at this, the Dreame A2 robotic mower. This thing has what Dreame are calling OmniSense 2.0 with 3D ultra sensing. With this sensing system, it's capable of automatically setting boundaries without the need of guides, beacons or GPS stations. And it's even capable of generating maps up to 3,000 square meters, which is crazy. There's a particular technology in this called Edgemaster, which although sounds suggestive, what it does is shifts the cutting plate to the side of the robot to get rid of those unsightly lines of unmown grass that you typically see with other robot mowers. So behind me is the A2, a robot lawnmower by Dreame. Now, okay, I've not done that many reviews of lawnmowers before, robot lawnmowers anyway, or normal lawnmowers. Anyway, either way, this is quite cool though, because it has an innovation that I've not seen before. But to start with, it's got a 3D LiDAR sensor on the very front, which can help with its mapping and navigation. It's also got a 360-degree camera on the very top, so that it can see all the way around itself and make sure it keeps you safe and not chop your toes off or chop any small animals like hedgehogs or dogs off. But if I just stand here, it shouldn't, in theory, chop my toes off. See, it's avoiding doing it. Normally it would go right, but it's deciding to go the other way. Hey, I get to keep my toes for another day. That's a positive. So that is everything from the brand new Dreame store here in the UK. If you want to come and take a look at what Dreame have to offer, their store is here in Birmingham, 25 New Street, right in the centre of Birmingham. So it's a pretty easy spot to find. But you've definitely got to come and have a look and see what they've got here, because their innovations are incredible. And what can I say? I can't wait to take a look at home and test them out and put some of those awesome features to the test to see whether or not they stand up to the hype. But the one that I'm really looking forward to is the X50 Master. I really like the way that integrates into your kitchen and makes things all sleek. And if you didn't know already, I'm currently renovating a house, so this could be a really good opportunity for me to test that and build it into my new kitchen. And if you can't get to Birmingham here, then take a look at Dreame's website, which I'll link below for you, so go and take a look at them. And if you found today's episode insightful into Dreame technology, make sure you hit that thumbs up and subscribe to return the favour. And I'll see you guys back for another episode of STU'S Reviews soon.